We made it. Game night is finally here. Corey Wootton's back with his comfort pillow. He might have to play in the secondary tonight for the Bears because everybody's out. Hey, we don't care. We're going to set the stage. We got a lot of great things coming to you, including, well, the inactives are not great. But everything else is great. It's all starting right now. CHGO Bears Pregame. Welcome into the CHGO Bears Pregame Show.
Yeah.
We're back.
Spiced up new intro
Wow.
from our guy Jake Flanagan going to work.
Like it. Y'all saved the pillow for me?
Piped up.
I'm ready to
that
go,
thing's
baby.
been sitting there waiting for you since week 18
Oh,
of
the
last
pillow.
year.
You're going to need that pillow with that intro that Flanagan put together. Wow. Unbelievable.
How excited I am for football to be back, baby.
Where did that come from? That was amazing.
I don't think you're allowed to say that, but you did.
I did.
Yeah.
I did. That was incredible. Wow. The level of hype has already been there, but that was a phenomenal job by Jake. Way to go.
It was. We are here. Welcome in Adam Hoge, Mark Carman, Corey Wootton here for your pregame. Greg is not here. Same standard deal as usual. We had a giant tailgate. It was a lot of fun. Had a lot of awesome Bears fans out there. A lot of fun to interact with everybody. I think we'll probably show you a photo from there before we get out of here. So Greg's still hanging out at the tailgate. He will be back for the game and for our post game, of course, as soon as the game is over. This is the place to be. CHGO Bears post game. We're gonna have fun tonight with our full 2-hour show plus bonus time brick by brick after that with Lance Briggs, Jerry Azuma, and everybody. We're going late into the night, and they will be jumping on the post-game show too, so don't go anywhere. I do know that off the top, we got to tell you about something new, and because my rundown won't load at all, I'm going to let Steven tell you all about that.
Starting today, we have our new YouTube memberships program. There's two different tiers. We have our MVP $5 tier, and we have our $15 one. With the $15 Hall of Fame tier, you get access to some exclusive members-only content. That's videos we're going to be posting, and no one else could get that. So, I know we get a lot of super chats in these shows. If you want to become a member, you get $5. You could get access to our new emojis that we're going to be dropping. Or if you want to go with the $15 one, exclusive content just for you, some behind-the-scenes looks at what we're doing around here. Maybe even some gambling picks from me next week. I've got some ideas.
Let's go, Steven. Let's go, Steven.
All right. So, again, that's just completely optional. Another option for you guys to jump on board if you want, but it is a new thing that YouTube started, and we're jumping on board with the YouTube membership. So, that's all there for you. All right, let's dive into this game, though. We have finally made it. Got a little extra bonus time on the pregame for you tonight because it is a 7:15 kickoff, and we will jump in as we normally do. Actually, you know what? Well, not yet. Let's jump in with what matters most, and then we'll tell you about the inactives. The inactives, we're already in week 8.
Tough one.
It is like a surprisingly
Key guys, too.
Yeah, key guys. So we'll get into that here in a second. But first, what matters most tonight? Woot, I'll start with you.
Yeah, first and foremost, the offense, starting fast. Ben Johnson being here, the coordinator that we've always wanted. Caleb Williams in year 2, all the weapons, the offensive line. So when they first get the ball, hopefully they win the toss, they receive, go down and score a touchdown, right? Really show what this offense could do this year. I'm really excited to see what Caleb Williams can do year 2. He had a pretty good rookie season, but I think this is where he takes the next step. And you look at what Ben Johnson did for Jared Goff. Caleb Williams has all the talent in the world. And I think it starts tonight with how they mix and match that run and pass. And if they could score first drive, the momentum, getting the crowd into it, what it would do for the confidence of Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams.
I mean, I love the concept of starting fast. That's hey, like imagining Soldier Field lighting up on a first drive would be amazing. By the way, it's also amazing just to have you back here. Let's
go, baby. You missed me.
But yeah, I'm working on my coordination's going down. I'll work on that. You too, Hoge. So, at any rate, I'm gonna say the key to the Corey Wootton starting fast. I am very excited to see the Ben Johnson ground game come to Chicago. I thought yesterday was a phenomenal day for the Bears. If you watch the Packers and the Lions game, and yeah, Green Bay looks really good, and it's a little frightening, but Detroit did not. You saw a drop off. You saw a drop off in the run game. You saw a confused Jared Goff. I'm like, oh yes, what have people been telling me from every corner of the earth? Oh yeah, that's right. Coaching matters. So Ben's been very clear. We could run it 50 times. We could throw it 50 times, however it takes to win a football game. I just think early in the season, they're going to lean on that ground game. And for me, it's executing it, taking some pressure off the quarterback, getting the big uglies. Let's feel Joe Thuney right out of the gates. Let's get Drew Dahlman going. Hey, my guy Braxton Jones. Let's let you put some of the naysayers in the rearview mirror. So to me, the ground game, getting it going, feeling a rhythm there. That would be amazing.
And these are no slouches on the other side of the ball. I mean, this is probably going to be one of the tougher lines that they'll see, right? Jonathan Allen, Hargrave, Van Ginkel, right? Grenard, Dallas Turner off the bench as well. So it'll be a really good test for the guys up front, kind of where they are. Obviously, I think they'll do pretty well in the run game, but how are they going to hold up pass protection?
And then for me, what matters most is the opposite. I mean, like as much as we're fearing the Vikings defensive line and their pass rush right now, I don't know how much they're fearing the Bears pass rush right now. The Bears got to prove it here a little bit. So for me, what matters most tonight, you got a rookie quarterback who's having his big homecoming. He's going to have a ton of fans in the stands here. Nazareth's own J.J. McCarthy. It's a cool story and all that. Get after his ass. Right? Like Montez Sweat, be Montez Sweat. Be the guy from 2 years ago that got here and ended up leading the team in sacks, even though he was only here for half the season. That's what they need. They need Dio Dangbo to show something. Like this guy just had a really quiet preseason and training camp. So heat up J.J. McCarthy and Dennis Allen. You too. Like you're calling the blitzes. You got to get aggressive and then – but that is also what he can and cannot do has a lot to do with who's in this game and now who's not, which is where we're going to go next and tell you about the inactives because it's not great defensively as we take a look at the injury report and who ended up being out tonight. But the Bears defense will be playing without Jalen Johnson, without TJ Edwards, and without Kyler Gordon. That is way worse than we expected a couple weeks ago when it was just like, okay, Kyler should be back. Jalen, we don't really know if he's going to be back in time. But all of a sudden, TJ Edwards goes down. And then out of nowhere, yesterday on the injury report, Kyler Gordon gets added on the walkthrough day. And, I don't know if he got hurt going down to the team hotel downtown or what. Seriously, it's like, how does this – seems to happen in the Bears every year, at least once.
Bad luck with the Bears, but the quarterback of the defense and TJ Edwards, two talented defensive backs, and especially Justin Jefferson, arguably the best wide receiver in all the league. So it's tough sledding, especially with the young quarterback out there, J.J. McCarthy. You wanted your best out there. Unfortunately, it's not going to happen. So – There's even more pressure on the guys up front. And I know you talked about the two edge guys, but I think this really comes down to the guys inside, right? Grady Jarrett. We're going to see if Jervon Dexter can take that next step. We've been talking about him. He looks really good. He slimmed his body down. He's very quick off the ball. Can he take the next step? Because if the pressure inside, then they cannot step up, right? And then the guys on the edge can really create that havoc there.
I mean, it's one of the things tonight that I'm most excited about. So let's see the impact of Grady Jarrett on this defense. We've seen it in training camp. We've seen the intensity. I've seen him absolutely just annihilating dummies and talking with us. And I'm like, okay, I can't wait to see you do this in an actual uniform in an actual game. And they kept him on ice for the preseason, him and Joe. So that's a huge thing. Yes,
I got to interrupt you because I still don't exactly know.
This is awesome.
I don't even know what these YouTube memberships are, but our guy Craig Leach, who keeps showing up and giving us super chats and helping out big brothers, big sisters, has apparently just gifted 10 CHGO Sports memberships to a bunch of our guys here that are right, Steven? These are
this is correct. So you'll see that little I don't know what you want to call it, that little emoji next to some of the names. So Logo Leaks, Guy Finley, Illini Bubba, you and seven others just got gifted a CHGO Sports membership here. So now you have access to our emojis, which we're going to drop, and some exclusive content that's coming out very, very soon.
That's awesome. So thank you, Craig Leach.
Craig Leach, you are
nice guy.
I mean, we got to have dinner, Leach, and I'm happy to pay. You really the support you've given us has been fantastic. So thank you, really. And now hooking people up, that's amazing.
Super cool. So here, let me give you a little silver lining, like kind of half silver lining, to the guys being out, at least in the secondary. The good news is that at least the Bears practiced a lot in training camp without Kyler Gordon and Jalen Johnson. We saw many practices where the cornerbacks on the field were Tyreek Stevenson, Nashawn Wright, and Nick McLeod, who I presume will be the slot corner instead of Josh Blackwell. Josh Blackwell's in, but is been dealing with an injury. And it seemed like McLeod passed him up anyway in terms of that nickel spot in the preseason. So that combination of corners got a lot of time together in camp. So that's at least a small silver lining. You obviously don't want to go into this game without Jalen Johnson and Kyler Gordon, but at least they got a lot of practice time. It's one of the reasons why I'm actually more worried about the linebacker situation with TJ Edwards being out. Now, it has been about, a week and a half, almost 2 weeks since that injury occurred. So, but that wasn't camp. TJ got hurt in one of those last practices, that weird bye week where camp was over, but they were still trying to practice. Having Ruben Hippolyte have to go out there and Noah Sewell with Tremaine Edmonds and try to sort through who's playing which position and who's on the field the most. That is where, if I'm Kevin O'Connell tonight, I'm really trying to create some mismatches and take advantage of some young players that don't have a lot of playing experience.
Especially with a guy like Hawkinson or Aaron Jones coming out of the backfield, how he's going to do that. So it's going to be interesting to see how that all plays out.
I mean, there's no real positive in missing your two top corners, nickel, however you want to define Kyler and Jalen. But to your point, you're right. This is not new with Jalen. He hasn't practiced all training camp, so they have been preparing for it. And as far as just the way the Bears are going about their business, it is a long season. And if he's not 100%, to me, it does make sense, despite the fact that you're playing Minnesota and JJ and all of it. Hey, man, if you're not ready to go, we got to think long-term here. So this is not the Super Bowl. It's week 1. And hopefully, guys will step up and cover for him. But I think it's the right call.
And then rotation-wise on the defensive end, obviously Austin Booker on IR, Hardy and Dominique Robinson, right? How are they going to fit into that rotation? Will they be a factor out there? How is Deo going to come into this year? I know there's a lot of expectations. They paid him pretty good money to come in here on a guy that really hadn't proven himself. Is this his breakout year? So it'll be interesting to see what he does tonight, because he has all the talent in the world, but can he put it together and be consistent?
Now, I hate to ever phrase this as good news, because I never want to see any players hurt. But on the other side, Vikings inactives, they got some key guys out too.
Significant.
So it's that's why I was saying off the top of the show, this seems like a mid-season injury report, not at week 1. But Harrison Smith, we knew, was out because he didn't travel with the team. He's been dealing with this illness, and we knew he was out. But the big question was Christian Darrisaw. Similar situation to Jalen Johnson, in that it's been sort of unclear if they would try to push it here in week 1. Could he get through it, or is it be better to be safe than sorry? Like Braxton Jones, coming off a very significant leg injury. What type of shape was he going to be in? How effective was he going to be? So they're playing it on the safe side. That's typically how the Vikings play this stuff as an organization. So Christian Darrisaw is out. And that's so, again, going back to what mattered most for me. All right, take advantage of that matchup with the left tackle being out.
And plus, way before then, Jordan Addison not being in the lineup great. That guy killed us last year. He had all over the field with the speed. So, and obviously in our situation, with the secondary banged up, that should good day for him not to be playing.
So a couple breaks that way. Now we are going to take our first time out here, and when we come back, we are going to give you some pregame picks. Got a lot coming up on the show, actually. Adam Johns is going to join us from Soldier Field live. I had a conversation with Kyle Monungai, who's going to be getting his first run as a rookie in this game, and he was dealing with an injury, but is clearly good to go. So we'll hear from him as well, and a little special ODK for you as well on the pregame show. We're going to break down what Brian Flores, some of the challenges that he presents, and why Ben Johnson's been able to solve them. So a lot jam-packed in this pregame show leading up to kickoff here. Monday Night Football, Bears and Vikings season getting underway. But first,
hey, shout out to our friends at Bet365. If you believe in the Bears tonight, and I know you do, you're going to love the early payout offer. If your team goes up by 17 points, instant payout coming right to you. I mean, Caleb and company going to get that done in the second quarter. Adam Hoge, 17-cent Bears. I can feel it. So put it on the Bears tonight. Breaking news from Bet365. New customers, you get $300 in bonus bets when you bet $5, win or lose. You sign up, you use the code CHGO365. You deposit $10. You place a bet for $5, and you get $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins or loses. Bonus bets can be used on spreads, on totals, on player props, on futures, and more. Whatever the moment, it is never ordinary at Bet365. You do have to be 21 or older, and if you are someone who has a gambling problem, crisis counseling and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER in-app only.
and if you're looking for the spot to catch your favorite games this season, we've got a place that checks all of the boxes. It is chef-driven, with elevated bar food that's locally inspired. We're talking about Almost Home Tavern, of course. They've got the best smash burger, and the tavern-style pizza is amazing. It's not just about the food, though. They also offer a ton of games, pool, darts, big buck hunter, shuffleboard, wall-to-wall TVs, perfect for watching literally any sport. And the owners, they're CHGO diehard members and massive Bears fans. So, yes, the Bears are repped hard. We've done a bunch of events with them. They've even got a covered beer garden with TVs. If you give me a beer garden and TVs, I'm set. So just make sure you're not missing a thing, rain or shine, just a block north of Wrigley Field. It's the ideal pregame, during game, post-game Cubs spot, daily specials and happy hour that's actually worth your time. Go check out Almost Home Tavern. All right, back here on CHGO Bears pregame show, and excited to debut our Bet365 pregame picks.
Yeah!
Sign up, use code CHGO365, deposit 10, place a bet for 5. You'll get $300. $300 now in bonus bets if your bet wins or loses. Bonus bets can be used on the spread, totals, player props, futures, and more. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary. Bet365 must be 21 plus. If you're someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER in-app only. So this is the part of the show where we're going to give you our picks courtesy of Bet365. And this was my X factor. It's the one I've talked about. If you want to go with a Luther Burden touchdown anytime in this game,
Okay, Hogue.
plus 850. Plus 850 on a Luther Burden touchdown in this game. I'm going with that one. I think Ben Johnson finds a way to use Burden in some explosive way where he gets all the way to the end zone. So a little bit of a long shot there for you, but one I think is totally plausible.
Hey, I like if you're going to gamble, let's go gamble. I appreciate that, but I'm going to give you something that's a little more less gamble. How many yards? Olamide Zaccheaus has been the greatest OZ in the history of the Chicago Bears. I mean, let's not sleep on what Olamide has done, and that chemistry is real. How many yards do you think is realistic for Olamide tonight? Because I'll let you guys fill in my prop here.
I think it's realistic for him to go over 50.
Right, 50? 50?
Yeah, I like 50.
For 50, you get 4.5 to 1 plus 450.
Yeah.
I like that bet.
What's the normal number at? Is it like in the 20s?
So it's plus 150 on 30 yards for the record. Like I'm almost across.
I would take that.
Right. So you got to go down you got to go to at 20 it's minus 140. 150 is plus 150 plus 265 at 40. I might bet 40, 50 and 60. All just a little sprinkle across the ALLCITY. Because I think he's going to
sprinkle across the ALLCITY.
I think he's going to get the football out tonight. Let's go, ALLCITY. I mean, come on. You got to know where you're going, what you're doing. Keep things, I think keep it simpler in the season here. Have some success. I think ALLCITY's getting the football.
Yep, and I'm going to go total points, right? 43.5. I'm going to go over in this game.
Okay.
Based on my prediction, based on what I think they'll do, I think the Bears are going to put up some points tonight.
All right. Well, yes, Steven?
I'm going to piggyback off yours a little bit, Carm. You know what the longest reception prop for Olamide Zaccheaus is?
Let's hear it.
Over under 12.5 yards.
Oh, you like that
This
over.
is where you could jump on Vegas a little bit because they're not paying attention to training camp and preseason like we are. 12.5 yards.
I think Vegas watches the show every day.
They better be because they didn't because we're gonna rob them right now.
Whoa!
12.5 yards for his longest reception. That's as close to his lock as I'm gonna see in week 1.
You're putting a lot of money on that one, huh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I do like that. I do like that. All right. Well, one of the guys, we'll see if he gets in. Roschon Johnson's out. Could Kyle Monangai? That's another touchdown prop we could have done. Because
that's not
he
bad.
Could get the short yardage looks
Rutgers
possibly
chopping that wood.
in this
okay,
game.
I think he's a Jersey guy too.
Yep.
Let's go, Woot.
Get this
Let's
guy
go,
out of
Woot.
here. No, get him on the field. That's what you got to do.
Well, he is cleared. He is ready to go, and I had a chance to talk to him in the locker room a couple days ago. Pretty obvious he was going to be playing after this conversation. So here is that convo with rookie Kyle Monangai's first game at Soldier Field. Ben Johnson, we just talked to, said, at this point he trusts you. And he even admitted that's a big thing for a rookie. What do you feel like you've done to earn that trust so quickly?
Just taking every day by day, and trying to make every rep my best rep. I try not to look too far ahead, look behind. If I make a mistake, you got to move forward. And I stay in my playbook. I'm attentive to meetings. Like I do my job. So that was my goal to come into this thing, earn the trust of the staff, and obviously Ben. So I'm glad to hear things like that. It's obviously good to hear, but I got to keep doing it. I got to keep being consistent.
What are the feelings here? A couple days before the first game, are there nerves? Is it just confidence? What is it?
No, it's not nerves. This is a moment that I've been working towards for a long time, and I'm excited for it. First NFL regular season game, so just got to keep preparing for it. I prepare through the event, and as it gets closer, I'm going to feel more and more confident.
Obviously, this defense especially creates a lot of confusion. Pass protection as a running back will be crucial in this football game, as it always is. In what areas do you feel ready for that in your first NFL game? Because it's not the easiest test you guys could have drawn.
No, for sure. It's a great test for the first one, for sure. Just going up against a defense like this that brings a lot of different things, high blitz, high pressure defense. We're going to see a bunch of different looks, and like you said, it's going to fall on the running back to be a part of the pass protection and keeping Caleb clean and allowing him to get the ball off so we can make some gains and not be behind the stick. So, it's a great test, and like I said, just keep preparing through the event, staying in the film, and going to feel confident Monday night when the shots start firing.
Well, it's going to be exciting, man. We're looking forward to it, and good luck.
Appreciate it.
I am looking forward to seeing Kyle Monangai play tonight. I'm glad he's healthy. I think it's obvious they trust him. They didn't. I mean, Roschon's out. They still haven't made a big addition at running back. Like, this is going to be the DeAndre Swift, Kyle Monangai show. And while we were running that interview for you, Woot figured something out.
Hey, he went to the same high school as me, Don Bosco Prep, Ironman. I knew I liked this guy. I followed him at Rutgers, too. I didn't realize he went to my high school until just now.
Is that what the nickname is, the Iron Men?
Ironman. That's what we're called,
That's
Ironman.
awesome.
So to start it out, Ryan Grant, the former Green Bay Packer, boo, but he was one of the first guys that turned that program around. That made me want to go to Don Bosco, and the rest was history. We won all the state titles. Brian Cushing was our rival in high school. Jim Dre, the tight end coach that used to be for the Bears.
You played against him? He's still here, yeah.
Yeah. So Jim Dre and Brian Cushing, all in my class.
Wow.
So we used to go at it, rivalry, beat Cushing and them every year. Our last year, Cushing went off on us, unfortunately.
Are you saying that you're a Monangai?
I'm a Manung guy. Yeah.
We got another Manung guy.
I think this
growing.
guy. I think it's going to be what we need because I know a lot of people have been questionable about Roschon Johnson. Does he really run downhill? Manung guy is old school guy. He's from New Jersey. He's tough as nails. Yeah, you heard what I said. So I'm excited to see what he can do when he gets the ball. I mean, he always falls forward back to his career days at Rutgers. I mean, really tough guy.
I don't mind an across-the-board sprinkle on Manung guy, too, by the way.
Yeah.
Plus 200 for 20 yards, 2-1 on 20 yards. You get 4.25 to 1 on 30, 425, plus 9-1 on 40 yards. I mean, that'd be a big night for him, obviously. 50 yards, it's plus 1,500. They're not expecting a ton from. I mean, you got to imagine that they're going to run the ball, and DeAndre just can't get every carry. And I know he's not exactly, Johnny Speed. We talked to everybody. There's like, hey, we get 4 or 5 yards from that. That's good. Eric Bieniemy would be super happy with that. But hey, I don't mind playing a little Manung guy tonight too.
I mean, think about Ben Johnson. What he likes those 2 running backs. Right, the Thunder and Lightning, what he did with Montgomery and Gibbs. I mean, it could be the same thing with Swift and him. So I'm excited to see what he can do tonight.
Shout out, by the way, to Rocksteady83 who saw me at Woodman's. That's right, I was there. I was buying soy sauce and jalapenos. Yeah, I did that yesterday. Rocksteady. Should have said hello. Why didn't we? Can I get a hello when the entire world wants to kill me? I could have used it, Rocksteady. My guy. I like what Woodman's is an intimidating thing. All right, back to you, Hoge. What do you got?
Well, I'm just like, they're going to only have 2 running backs tonight.
It is weird, right?
Like, that's...
Plus, like, is
so
Manung
I guess
really healthy?
If something happens to one of them, it'd be another wide receiver, right?
Well, that's the thing. That's why I wanted to bring it up.
Moore.
DJ Moore, like, how many carries is he going to end up getting? And honestly, what game was that? Was that 2 years ago where by the end of the game they were
like he was in the backfield.
Kari Blasingame was the running back because I think 3 backs got hurt and he had to actually take the carries from that point.
I think that was the Commanders game. 2 years ago on Thursday Night Football.
Yeah.
I remember the one.
Yeah, so that's I never want to, but when you're planning for these games, you have to talk about, hey, if this guy goes down, what do we do? And Manung guy was dealing with an injury. He was on the injury report this week. Yeah. So, I mean, there is a world in which DJ Moore's taking significant amount of carries potentially, or they're just throwing the ball.
Well, it's also actually, in another way, if we're just talking gambling here too, DeAndre Swift's going to get the ball a lot tonight. They're going to rely on him. And I think DeAndre, think about his year last year and his disappointment and how much better everything has changed so much better for thank you, Ben Johnson. I mean, this guy's coming in tonight, I think, ready with a huge chip on his shoulder. Not that it always hasn't been there because that's how DeAndre Swift is, but there was definitely whatever was already on there, a little bit was added from last season. So I would think DeAndre goes big tonight. Again, of course, that Vikings defense is legit, but he's certainly going to get his opportunities.
I think we're all Swifties tonight. And I'm not talking about Travis Kelce and Taylor, okay?
Well, here's just a different feeling, right? I know I feel this way. I'm assuming you guys do too. I hope our chat is and everybody watching, but like I've made this point a few times. We almost forget this is Ben Johnson's first game. We trust him.
It's unbelievable.
We already trust him. Yeah. And so I'm like thinking, okay, we're down to 2 running backs. Okay, I'm sure he has a plan. What?
Right.
They're gonna find a way to get Luther Burden the ball, or they're gonna find the tight ends, whether it's in the air. You trust him to have some answers, and I'm going to get into that a little bit deeper with some actual examples here coming up in a little bit. After we talk to Johns, we're going to do a little ODK. I'm going to get into some of the fronts that the Brian Flores and what he's trying to do and how Ben Johnson has solved it. So,
hit the like button for Ben Johnson. That guy's so good. it's like a miracle.
Well, in all honesty, I still think the Lions are a pretty good team, and in my season predictions, I both predicted they're going to miss Ben Johnson and still win the division with 11. Now, the Packers look really good, so I have to put that on hold for a little bit. But that being said, obviously they missed him yesterday.
Yeah.
They clearly missed him yesterday.
Big time. And then you look at the Jets, their coordinator was the former passing coordinator, Tanner Ensgard.
Yeah.
Called a great game with Justin Fields. So it looks like Detroit is kind of missing Ben Johnson and him, and they just had no rhythm, no consistency. All the creative play calling we saw, the mix and match of the run and pass, there was just no rhythm in that offensive game for them.
Jared Goff, he looked like he lost his best friend. That's what I mean.
He looked like back to his Rams days when he was struggling a little bit.
He was like skittish Goff. I'm like, oh my god,
Yeah.
Coordinators matter.
Yeah.
They do.
Now, I still think they have plenty of talent. They'll probably still win 11 games. The question now, and we'll break it down later, not on this show, is just how good the Packers might actually be. As usual, it's week one can be weird. It's probably somewhere in the middle for both of them. The Packers probably aren't as good as they look. The Lions probably aren't as bad as they looked. And it'll come back together in the middle. Well, one guy that we know is just always good no matter what. That's Adam Johns. We're going to go out to Soldier Field here in a second to hear from him and get a pregame look what's going on out there at the stadium. But we do have to take a quick timeout. Don't go anywhere. Johns joins us next. But first,
shout out to our friends at Game Time Tickets. Hey, you thinking about going to the game tonight and you were looking for a value? Check their app out right now.
last minute's the best time.
Last minute is the best time. Game Time, the app that gives the advantage back to you, the amazing fan. It's the hack for unlocking amazing tickets and experience. Just a few taps, bang, bang, bang. The fees are already in there. You see the exact price. Will I pay that? Yes, I will. I'd love to sit in that seat. Let me see the seat views. They give that to you as well. Easy to find. It's all right there for you. And it is the lowest price guarantee, or Game Time will credit you 110% of the difference. Take the guesswork out of buying NFL tickets with Game Time. Download that Game Time app, create an account, and use the code CHGO. You get $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account. Use that redeem code CHGO. $20 off. Tap. Ticket. Go. Download the Game Time app today.
And you know that moment where you left your sunglasses somewhere. Maybe it was at the beach, top of your car, when you ran out of gas. We've all been there, especially Carb.
Saturday. With some other difficulties.
We don't need to get into that.
We don't.
But this is why you want to check out Shady Rays, because Shady Rays changed the game. These sunglasses are made for real life, seriously good looking, polarized, durable, and not stupidly expensive. And here's the wild part. If you lose or break them, even on day one, Shady Rays, they're just going to send you a brand new pair. No guilt trip, just replacements. So now I wear my sunglasses without fear on hikes, at concerts, on the boat, especially on the boat, wherever. Shady Rays as eyewear that has your back. We've teamed up with Shady Rays to bring you an exclusive offer. Head to shadyrays.com. Use code CHGO for 35% off polarized sunglasses. Try for yourself. The shades rated 5 stars by over 300,000 people.
We won't tell the story now, but just remember, there will be some special moment where I will tell the running out of gas story on Saturday, and it
probably won't even be today. Maybe it's like a Wednesday story.
We got to stay focused, and John's is coming on. But I had a Saturday that I will hopefully never have again in my life. It was rough.
It was rough.
I told Hoge's the only one that knows the story.
Well, my wife does too.
All right, Kristen knows, and actually that's not Jackie knows too. Well, other than that, I've kept it pretty quiet.
I bet you John just wants you to hear the story now. As he joined the Bears pregame at Soldier Field. What's up, Johnsy?
Yeah, I definitely need to hear what this story is now. Maybe at another tailgate, Carm. I need to. I saw you filling your plate up with beans this morning. I need you to spill the beans at some point.
I got you. And by the way, Johnsy's first tailgate performance I thought was extraordinary. He was phenomenal.
Showed up. It was touch and go there for a minute. I showed up, and everybody there did not believe you were going to be there. And then you showed up. You came through.
I'm a man of my word. I was there. I changed my clothes, though, since the tailgate. I'm not like you guys. You're probably sweaty and smelly at this moment, but
you may notice I was wearing shorts earlier. Now I'm wearing pants. I came prepared because I knew it was going to be hot out there. It was nice. It was great weather. Thank you, everybody who was there. Just a great group of diehards. And let's see, we don't have to go through it now, but I know we had Texas, Florida, London.
Oh, I got it.
Maryland, Pennsylvania. At least all those represented. It's kind of just cool to see the Bears fans, the melting pot from all over, join us at these tailgates every year.
DJ and Dylan from Pennsylvania, David from San Jose, California, originally from Bolivia, James from
save it for later. John's joining the show.
I mean, it was awesome. It was awesome. You guys are amazing.
I'm working here, Carm. Let's go.
Okay, my bad. Go ahead. First question, Hoge.
What do you make of the inactives? Anything that you've seen with your own eyes down there on the field that stands out to you?
I'm looking at the players warming up right now. The Vikings are taking the field. They are being booed. Can you hear them? Can you hear the boos?
Oh, I thought they were just booing Carman.
No. Yeah. Well, the boos are being sent towards the Vikings right now as they take the field. The Bears are warming up. I'm really interested to see who the starting nickelback is when they go through their warm-ups with everybody together. Is it Nick McLeod or is it Josh Blackwell? When we last saw the Bears in training camp before Kyler Gordon returned, it was Nick McLeod. I think he was singled out by this coaching staff for having a very good training camp as well, for making an impression on Ben Johnson, Dennis Allen, all of the above. Had a great training camp. But Josh Blackwell, that was his job before Nick McLeod took over with Josh Blackwell hurt. So that's the question. It's what I'm watching right now as they get going, but they're still going through warm-ups right now.
Do we think that Blackwell's healthy?
Yeah, well, he's healthier than Kyler Gordon. That's a start. He's healthier than Jalen Johnson. They're both inactive. Never a good sign when two of your best players, literally on your entire roster, are inactive for the opener. We maybe had a suspicion it had reached this point with Jalen Johnson since he wasn't doing too much in practice, but and even with like Jalen Johnson out in camp, I thought Kyler Gordon, until he got hurt, he was the best player in camp for the Bears. So to have two of your best players out in that secondary against Justin Jefferson, not good so far for the Bears.
John, as we talked about some of the most important matchups of the game, for you, what do you think the most important matchup in this game is? What do you think the X factor is?
Well, with the Vikings left tackle not playing, Christian Darrisaw, maybe this is a breakout day for Dayo Odeyingbo. We've been talking about him for a while in training camp, not really making an impact, not standing out, at least not as much as, Dennis Allen's play calls were with all the blitzing, or all the moves in the secondary were with Jaquan Brisker having a good camp, with Tyreek Stevenson and Deshaun Wright having a competition at cornerback. Dayo Odeyingbo had a very quiet summer. So maybe this is the matchup he needs to make an impact in week 1 on prime time to really set himself up for a good season. But if I'm looking at any matchup, it's like Braxton Jones versus everybody, especially with what Brian Flores will throw at him. But maybe Dayo Odeyingbo, maybe this is where he answers all the question marks, all the questions that have been raised about him throughout the summer.
Johns, we've all showed up at Soldier Field and looked down at that field and been like, that field is 8 different colors.
Oh, no.
None of which are green. This is going to be a problem. I know it's been much better the last few years. Shout out to Matt Eberflus, who fixed the field.
Flus.
Don't ever forget that. He fixed the field. Give him some credit.
Flus.
So you're telling me, Hoge, that he was here like 6 days ago putting the sod in?
Yes. I heard a rumor that Flus was here. Yeah. Look, I think it was worth it. 3 years of Flus to fix the field. What does it look like? Because I know they resodded after those concerts, and I know there's a little bit of concern. I know our guy Paul Allen with the Vikings was worried early in the week.
Yeah. So when we were at the tailgate, my phone was a buzz about the questions and concerns about the playing field. When I first walked into Soldier Field and saw it, I'm like, it's not that bad. Maybe it's because I've seen it much worse than this. Like in the preseason, it's a lot worse than this because the maintenance just isn't the same. But fellas, I was at the Oasis concert not too long ago here. The Oasis concert kicked off 5 straight days of concerts at Soldier Field. 5 straight days. System of a Down played twice, back-to-back days here at Soldier Field. And then they come in, put the new sod in. So that's like 6 days to get this grass in, to water it, to have it settle. This is where we are. We'll see if the turf monster comes out. Like right now, it looks okay. I've seen it much worse than this. We'll see how it holds up, but I suspect the turf monster will come out here or there and make a couple tackles, hopefully in the Bears' favor.
It just makes zero sense at all that an NFL team is still having to deal with this, right? Yeah. Back when I played, same issue. Nothing has changed at this point.
Well, it's been better. This I can get nerdy and get into Tahoma 31 and strain and all that they're using out there.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So hopefully it's good. Hey, Johns, this is the only time I'm going to bring this up. I don't even know if you saw. Did you see the letter that Kevin Warren sent out to the fans like an hour ago or whenever it was?
No, I didn't.
It's okay.
Do I have to read it?
No, well, maybe at some point, but just if we're keeping,
they're going to Arlington Heights.
Keeping score. Once again, he used this opportunity to talk about the stadium right before the game starts.
Of course.
Great.
We all know they're going there, right?
It's all about timing.
Okay.
Right?
send that letter to the elected officials to get it really moving.
Right. Let me get a letter from the governor that says that it's happening, and then I'm in. Then I'll believe it. Whatever bill, when that gets signed, then we can get this thing underway. Okay, that's the only stadium talk before the show.
Kevin's got this. Hey, we were just kicking around the running back situation here. How do you think this goes with Monangai, DeAndre Swift, and who?
Yeah, who is DJ Moore? And how many carries does he get? That's a question coming into this game. I like the fact that the Bears weren't afraid to talk up their usage or their interest in DJ Moore being a running back. And that includes Ryan Poles in his camp-ending press conference talking about Ben's creativity and using different players back there. We saw in one of the last practices, Eric Bieniemy yell at the wide receivers, "Hey, DJ, come on down." Like we saw this happen not too long ago. We'll see how many carries he actually gets. I'm assuming he'll get 1 or 2 touches out of the backfield. Maybe that's a jet sweep, end around, whatever you want to call it. I would assume Monangai is your third down back. Maybe he steals some carries at the goal line from Swift, but I would suspect that Swift is your main ball carrier throughout this game.
And let's do this one. Let's say the Bears have 60 offensive plays tonight. How many runs, how many passes? How do you think it'll break down here? I understand that obviously if they're chasing, that'll change. But let's say it's a tight game. How do you think that goes?
I don't know. Ben Johnson strikes me as a guy who really doesn't care. He's going to call whatever he needs to call in order to get the win. If it's 45 run calls because Brian Flores' defense can't handle it, Ben Johnson's going to call that. He's on record saying that multiple times. How this game's going to play out, I don't know. I look at the injury situation in the Bears' secondary, and I think J.J. McCarthy could have a pretty good debut here for the Vikings. So maybe the Bears are chasing, so maybe those attempts go up for Caleb Williams. But maybe their best way of keeping the Vikings at bay is running the ball with Swift and Monangai and even DJ Moore repeatedly, just to break them down a little bit.
At all the Bears receiving options, tight end, wide receiver, who do you think gets the most targets tonight?
I'm on record, Corey, saying that Colston Loveland leads the Bears in catches tonight. I'm not sure he's going to lead the Bears in yards. Maybe he sneaks in a touchdown there, but I think he leads the Bears in receptions, maybe 5 or 6, which I think will be a pretty great debut for the top 10 pick. He's had an outstanding offseason, outstanding camp. He's made impressive plays since the first time he's walked out into the field, and I expect that to continue in the regular season.
All right, Johnsy, any final thoughts? We're going to share.
I'm trying to figure out who the nickelback is. Here it is. Hold on.
Ooh, we're getting live.
The second defense is out there right now.
Is it a Nickelback concert or the Bears Nickelback
concert? Okay. I don't know if it'd be that full, as full as it's going to be. I want to say, hold on, if my eyes don't fail me, it looked like Nick McLeod is with the second defense out there right now. Here come the starters. Hold on, keep talking to me. That will be Josh Blackwell, obviously. So, 24 is coming off the field. Hopefully that's accurate. Maybe it's a decoy.
Just to clarify, so you got 24 as the starting nickel or Nick McLeod?
Isn't 24 Nick McLeod?
Nick McLeod.
Sorry.
Yeah, Nick McLeod's number 24.
Okay. All right.
Need your lamination.
I know. Where's my lamination?
It's a poor job by Hoge.
It is.
Hoge's unlaminated. It's an unlaminated
Hoge.
Hoge.
Unlaminated. That's a different show. Okay. Johnsy, enjoy the game. Hopefully Kevin Warren's got a nice, food situation going on there for you guys.
I'll take a pic for you.
Okay. That's good. All right, Johnsy over. We'll talk to Johnsy after the game. He'll have everything covered with our guy Pat Norton in the locker room.
Let's go.
And we'll have you covered with everything that happens. All right. Let's get into some special edition ODK on the pregame. How's that sound?
Do you know what ODK stands for, Woot?
No, what does that stand for?
See?
Well, he probably remembers from his boss, John Boss. Did you guys have huddle back in high school?
Huddle.
Yeah. And
we had rivals.
Right, but then they categorized it ODK, offense, defense, kicking. You could sort easily. It's above Carm's head.
This should be ODKH, offense, defense, kicking, Hoge. This is my favorite time of year when he busts out the ODK and he's got his little Hoge whiteboard going on here. This is going to be awesome. I'm just going to sit back, I wish Sunnyside was with me right now. This is amazing. Let's go.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I bet you do. All right. Well, before we bring up the pictures here, just to set this up, we had Nate Tice on Hogan Johns last week, and I thought he did a great job bringing up a point of really a lot of things in football have to do with math, right? Like, do you have enough blockers to block up the rushers? You're always trying to create mismatches. Everything's a numbers game. The guys who are in the box, the offense, that's constantly what offensive and defensive coordinators are doing. It is a numbers game. And what Brian Flores has been so good at is screwing with your numbers. So he'll it's like almost every play, he's going to show that he might be bringing 8 guys, but is he really doing it? And so if he is, you better have the blockers ready. If he's not, you bring in too many blockers, and now you got 2 guys running routes into 8 DBs out there in coverage, right? So this is what. So I want to show you a couple examples of why the Bears struggled with this last year, and why Ben Johnson has had solutions to this problem. So you're going to see this a lot tonight, right? All these rushers up here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Vikings here at the line of scrimmage. Who's coming? Who's not? Well, we're going to see the safeties actually go back here. And honestly, it's even more jarring than that. But keep an eye on what the Bears do here. They got 7 guys. They're max protecting here. Whole offensive line plus the tight end, and they're going to keep the back end here to protect. Here's the problem.
No one's open?
Nobody's rushing. Only 3 guys actually end up rushing out of all that. So now you have 7 blockers to actually 3 guys are rushing, because even these backers, they're just sitting back here. They're not actually rushing.
Yep.
And so you are just wasting blockers. So Caleb Williams is sitting here in the pocket. It's a pretty nice pocket, right?
In the end zone.
Yep.
Because nobody's actually rushing. Well, why is he dancing his feet? Why is he kind of freaking out there?
Nobody's open.
Look at the other angle. There's 3 guys running routes, and there's 5 Minnesota Vikings in coverage around 3 guys. So
also 3 guys running routes within 5 yards of each other.
That's another problem, right? Right. So, but this is what I'm talking about with the numbers game, where Brian Flores has just sort of tricked you. Now, this gets back to the coaching versus quarterback blame. Did Caleb Williams make the right check? Did they give him the right answers to this? We'll never know to that. Or I'm going to guess probably not. And he's just running the play that was called, and this is what was given to him. Now, fortunately, he's Caleb Williams, and amazingly, if you actually see where the first down marker is on this, he does Caleb Williams things and runs around and actually picks up the first down with his legs on this play. Yep. So that also the raw talent of Caleb Williams, he would bail everybody out of this situation. Let's talk about how Ben Johnson has been good at this. This is Week 18, the Lions' big win against the Vikings to win the NFC North. So, look, again, a lot of guys at the line of scrimmage here for the Vikings. This is what they do frequently. This time it's only 6. But what you're going to see here is Jared Goff's already checking. So they have a game plan here to try to decipher who's coming and who's not. So what he's going to do is he's going to tell Jahmyr Gibbs here, all right, you're going in motion. So Jahmyr Gibbs is now over here after being in motion across formation. And who's moving with him? This is Blake Cashman, linebacker, and he is moving with Jahmyr Gibbs. Okay, we know this is man defense now, right? Because the linebacker's moving with him, and you have now removed one of the possible rushers completely out of the picture. And then now, depending on who's coming and who's not, there's also an advantage. I'll take Jahmyr Gibbs against that linebacker every day of the week. So what do? They run some mesh here. Here's our matchup already. Jahmyr Gibbs is running away. You're going to get, I don't know which receiver. That might be Amon-Ra coming across. They're going to run mesh against man. That's always a good concept to run against man, to try to get these 2 defenders to run into each other. Sure enough, it creates enough space here where Jahmyr Gibbs can catch that ball and run with it, and he picks up the first down. Both of these plays are third down plays. Bears had 3rd and 8. Lions here, I think it's 3rd and 5. technically they both got the first down, but I think you can see here that one had to use the quarterback's raw ability just to scramble and save everybody, whereas Ben Johnson gave Jared Goff the keys to the answer. Jared Goff executed it, got the ball in the hands of his playmaker, and they picked up a first down. So it's just a good example of maybe what the Bears have now with Ben Johnson versus what they didn't have before when they played Brian Flores and the Vikings.
Exactly. Using that motion, hard counts, things like that to, decipher exactly what they're doing, because Flores is tremendous at doing that. And, Ben Johnson has had great success against his defense, so I expect him fully to have great success tonight. And that first screen you showed when they were bringing 8 people, right? The tight end and the running back stayed in. And I think Ben Johnson's going to have a plan for that, right? Check release, things like that. Who's going to be the hot guy coming out?
Even after post-snap, you could say, if nobody's there, go run your route. But I also like that he had an answer pre-snap there.
Yep.
He's looking at it, okay, how do we figure out who's actually coming? All right, Jameer, you get out of here and see if they follow you.
Yep.
And if they didn't follow them, I guarantee you, now they're empty, right? But they would have had some type of plan or maybe another check in there.
Is that?
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Greg Braggs with a couple of cocktails.
Yeah, I was going to say, just derailing the best segment of the show, right in the middle of it.
I can smell that from anywhere. Some cigars and, and some Jack Daniels in there.
We need to put a shower in this place.
Guy's been going since 8 in the morning. Shout out to Braggs, though. His performance at the tailgate today was unbelievable.
12 hours already.
Gregory, can I help you with something? No, don't help me. I got it. Okay.
Yeah, one thing that hasn't changed is biceps, too.
Yeah, let's rewind back. Shout out ODK, huh? ODK. Yeah. That was a great performance by Hoge.
Don't usually have that for pregame, but maybe I'll try to get that going for pregame.
Whenever you do it, it's great. That was fantastic. I think people loved it. I loved it. Look, you have one of the best defensive coordinators in the game is going up against one of the best offensive guys in men. It's an incredible chess match. It's super, it's one of the fun things to watch tonight. And how quick can the Bears, look like, they've got this offense down, and how much, it was interesting to me, at least earlier in the week, when, Ben, what's your expectations for Caleb week 1? Win the game. Win the game. Win the game. Win the game. Like they pressed him out. Win the game. So, look, this is, everyone's in it together here, figuring out the best way to start out the season on a positive note. So it's just going to be, it'll be very interesting to see how they call the game tonight.
4 great coordinators going against each other.
Yep.
A heck of a matchup. Monday Night Football, baby.
Well, the Vikings defensively, they're so interchangeable that like when you're showing all 6 of the box or whatever, like, well, these guys, Flores uses his guys in such a creative way that it is hard to know what actually is going to happen on each play. But again, one of Caleb's best games last year, put up 340 against him.
Yeah, I think that's I saw Mina Kimes talking about this week, and that is an important point to bring to the conversation. What I just showed you was from the first game, right? Or it was the Week 12 game. No, that was the game he played well in.
That was the game he played well.
Yeah, that was the
game
he played well in. Yeah. So even without some of those answers, like they were able to have a pretty decent game. Caleb was able to have a really good game, honestly. I know Mina said that she thought it was his best game of the season. Got overshadowed by that bad sack he took in overtime. That was a killer. Really set the Vikings up to win. But Caleb was a huge reason why they were even there in overtime, especially with his fourth quarter heroics.
It was the best part of his rookie season. In the fourth quarter, when they had to have it, he stepped up time and time again.
I just want to push back a little bit, though, because it took fourth quarter heroics to get there. You know what I mean? Like for 3 quarters, I don't really remember the exact timeline, but like for a lot of that game, it was still looking a lot like the other 3 times the Bears have played the Vikings the last 2 years since Brian Flores got there, where they only scored 12 points in all those games, including in one of those games they managed to win, 12-10. But they only scored 12 points. So if you're Ben Johnson and you're the Bears tonight, you're trying to get off to a better start fast, like you said, play with the lead, not be trying to chase from behind.
Well, that's what I'm excited to see. Finally got a play caller that knows what they're doing, has a track record, can mix and match it. You got your young, bright quarterback of the future. what can Ben Johnson do to set up Caleb Williams for success for this year? This is a huge game to get his confidence up.
You just made me think of the great Kevin Fishbane and his tweets last year, which, remember, Bears in the first quarter? Week one,
yeah.
zero.
That was tough.
Went all season long.
Yeah.
Zero.
Fishbane's kind of good at that. It's sometimes just
3.
subtly.
Yeah, 14, 21. That would be nice.
We didn't see that. Those numbers, there were no crooked numbers. I don't think we got to 7. Did they score a touch? Maybe at the end of the year.
I know we got a bunch of supers. We got to give our game predictions too. Shout out to the GOAT, Mark Goatee. I see that $20 super chat. Been waiting all day for this. See you boys at 4:30 a.m. Hopefully with that win, we know the GOAT will be with us. He's in London or in the UK, so he's on London time, and that's what I call it. Hey, before we get to our predictions, because this might actually make me want to change my prediction. Do we have that? The tweet I think from Jordan Schultz that I just saw come through. So J.J. McCarthy is on the left there. This photo's been going viral this week because he grew up here, LaGrange, Nazareth. Young J.J. McCarthy there wearing a Brian Urlacher jersey when he was a kid, big Bears fan. So what did Caleb Williams do? He showed up with a Brian Urlacher jersey.
Okay.
Now, maybe it's a coincidence. I think it's calculated. I like it.
He's dunking on JJ. A little bit? You having fun with him?
Yeah, I think so.
That tweet was from Jordan Schultz, and that was what he was insinuating in the tweet. That it's good. So I don't know. That kind of makes me want to change my prediction because you guys are going to like my prediction.
Did you notice when he walked in today what he was holding? There was a picture.
Caleb was?
Yeah, there was a picture of when he was walking in Soldier Field today. Well, he was walking in. I probably should have.
That's what that was, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, but there's a different angle on it. He had the laminated play card. He was walking in with it. Oh wow, we're upgrading.
Goodness.
What does it say?
Wait a minute. We might need a.
What is it?
What is it?
Jake Flanagan just.
It's emotional support pillow.
Woot's emotional support pillow.
I forget who gifted this, but this was a gift from one of our viewers late last year.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, I love it.
He's got his own. Now, hopefully, we won't need it as much this year.
Exactly.
That's the goal. All right. Well, with that in mind, let's take a look at our game predictions here and which way we are leaning. And we got all of our whole team's predictions here, not just ours. But, yeah, the Adams, Johns and myself both predicted the same exact score. I was nervous about the guys in the secondary being out. This is a really tough game to call. I think it could go both ways. But in the end, I think that the Vikings later in the season will be less healthy than they are now, particularly up front on their defensive line. I know Darisaw is still out tonight and Harrison Smith, but with the guys that are out in the Bears secondary and TJ Edwards too, I'm just a little bit nervous about it. I think there's going to be defensive battle at times. So ultimately, I have the Vikings winning 23-20. I know, boo me.
Yeah, boo you, but you're allowed to make a prediction. It's okay. Look, it's an impossible game to predict, let's be honest. You have a brand-new head coach for the Chicago Bears. You have a first-year quarterback for the Minnesota Vikings. You have just a million moving parts as far as who's playing and who's not playing. So, listen, we're all guessing here. But I am leaning on the fact that Minnesota is starting a rookie quarterback in his first game on the road on Monday night against the great Ben Johnson and a Bears defense that I think should be able, with Dennis Allen, to create enough problems. I'm taking the under with the total points there at 38 with 20-18. But I do think some way, somehow, the Bears find a way to win the ball game tonight.
Yep, I'm going to go with the Bears on this one, 28-24. I think the offense is going to be greatly improved. I wouldn't be surprised if they drive down on their first drive, score a touchdown. I think they're going to set the tone. I think J.J. McCarthy is going to struggle a little bit early on. I think they're going to score some points. They got some talented guys, Hawkinson, Jefferson. I guess it'd be down to the wire. I think it's going to be a last drive type of situation. But I think this is the difference having Ben Johnson here for games like this.
Also, our guy Pat Norton out there at the stadium, he's also going the Vikings 27-20. So the three of us on the Vikings are Hoge, Johns, and Pat. Everybody else is going Bears. Braggs somehow thinks the Bears are going to hold the Vikings to 13 points tonight. So if he's right with that one, we'll all give him all the credit in the postgame.
Wouldn't surprise me.
That would be a hell of a job by Dennis Allen's defense tonight with the players that are out. And Lance Briggs going Bears 24-21, and Jerry Azuma with a 23-17 Bears victory. There you go. Those are your game predictions. I think we should sneak in some super chats too before we get out of here.
A lot of supers.
Yep, a lot
Appreciate
of super chats. Stop distracting my producer, Greg.
While we're waiting for supers, really cool, by the way, on Saturday, and I know that you and
I think we're ready for it.
Oh, okay, fine. Fine. Well, no, this is what I'm gonna give. You stop. Kevin Finnegan, I pull up to my Delta flight to Boston to see my amazing niece play the first game that I've seen her play in college. It was their third game on Saturday, and I'm sitting there, and he's like, Carm, what's up? And I'm like, and he's wearing a Bears hat, so we start talking. He was flying to Boston for his grandpa's funeral. His grandfather was Larry Glick, who was on the Bears' 1963 NFL title game, NFL championship team. He was a special teams guy on there. And so we just had a nice talk about his grandfather, and he was big fan of the show. He says he's going to come to a tailgate this year. So Kevin, condolences again to your family. Thank you for saying hi. Really appreciated it. And of course, I texted my guy Ed Obradovich about Larry Glick, and just get some on the OB on that championship team. Says he's a great guy, a very solid special teams player. So anyway, Kevin, again, great meeting you. Now you can do the supers.
No, I want you to do them.
Oh, yeah? Okay. Bradley Haas.
Hassy.
Okay, the Hassy. $10 from Bradley. Love the show. Y'all are great.
Up for that one.
And bring unique talents to the team. Keep it up. Next play mentality. Special shout out to my guy Greg. Good luck. Have fun. Remember, it's just football, people. Bear down. Thank you, Bradley. Appreciate that. We get the spirit of where that's coming from. Craig Leach, our MVP tonight and really all month long. You've been amazing supporting Craig. $20 from Craig. Here's one for Braggs in the stands. Let's go CHGO. Hit the like and bear down, my peeps. Thank you, Craig Leach, once again. Appreciate it.
You got a YouTube membership there, buddy.
Congratulations, Gregory. That's what you need. Christopher Thomas, $2. Woot back with the comfort pillow. Bear down, baby. That's right, baby. We were when Woot sent us the text yesterday. Got all excited. It was a great feeling, knowing that we're gonna be with Woot all season long. Next up, who we got here? We talked about Q Harlan.
We're supposed to shout out the members.
Okay, Q Harlan was one of the members from Leach. Q Harlan deserves that. Q, we appreciate your support.
He signed up on his own.
Oh, you did on his own.
So thank you, Q Harlan.
Oh, okay, my bad. Q, thank you for signing up on your own. Appreciate you. You're in here every day, man. We see you and we appreciate you. Chav, $2. F it. Put Cole Kmet at edge too.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's a really
tight end. Look.
I think you can do it.
360 Bart also became a member. Welcome. We appreciate you. Samson Goudreau, $10. Gentlemen, with the injuries to our secondary, what an opportunity for Tyreek Stevenson to get a little bit of redemption tonight. That's a great point. Thinking positively. I imagine they're not going to have anybody travel with Jefferson. They're just going to have to kind of pick their battles there. Giuseppe Mandel, $10.
Called me earlier.
You don't have a mic. Let's effing go. Finally, it's here. I have a ton of family in Minnesota. I've talked a lot of crap, so please, guys, back it up tonight. LOL. Hashtag bear down. So let's effing go tonight from Vegas. I got family in Minnesota, too. I'm getting spammed right now.
Sarah,
from my
you can
cousin.
remove Greg. It's okay. I know you're thinking about doing it. Bear down from
that's
Sarah.
Probably him. Christina Gopal, $5. Bear down from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Bear with me, $10. I'm looking for how our two tight ends look tonight. I think that is the key for the game. Love you, Carm. You keep crambling on.
Thank you. Bear with me. We appreciate it, brother. Thank you.
Crystal, of course, at the tailgate earlier, $10. Hey, Woot, miss you. Let's go.
What's up, Crystal?
Bear the F.
She was right on time. Right on time.
Of course, shout out to our guy Craig Leach, who not only became a member, but gifted 10 memberships to some of our most loyal people. So thank you so much, Craig. You are always supportive of the show. We appreciate you. Nate Moore, $5. Bear down. We've been waiting for this day for too long. 27-13, 1-0. Let's effing go. And Andrew Sullivan, $5. Can we get the watch along back with you guys. You keep us sane.
We will do that
during the game. We had actually discussed doing it for this game, and then there's some couple things we got to figure out still. So I think we're actually going to test some stuff.
Yeah, we could have this as soon as next week.
Yeah,
we are working on it.
It's coming.
It's coming.
An updated, new and improved version of a watch along.
Yep.
I'll go live on Twitter.
So we know you will, Greg.
We're gonna put
watch
Greg
the game.
on,
Take some notes.
Greg on the balcony.
Save your voice, please. You have 2 shows coming up. Can we also get him a megaphone at the tailgate so he stops ruining his voice, yelling at everybody?
That's
Give me a microphone.
I know nobody wants to hear that, but we need it.
okay. Lance Briggs is here.
El Boogie.
Ready. El Boogie ready to go. Yeah. So have a great time tonight, everybody.
Don't go anywhere else for your post game. You're right here. Lance Briggs, Jerry Azuma, everybody here. We're going to have it all for you. Ben Johnson, presser, everything. This is not at all distracting. You know what? Screw it. Let's go to the game.
Let's go!
We all city like the mayor.